Thank you so much. And, well, we are glad to know that you're still there, staying with Lagos Television, particularly Sunday Watch. I said earlier that we'll be looking at polygamy and religious perspectives. I have, well, two complete gentlemen that I can describe, from the outward appearances now, who will be doing justice to this topic this morning. I have Pastor, who he's been here for some time. He came in quite early when I got here, and I met him. I was like, Pastor, thank you for making it up to time. I have Pastor Korede Adetuyi. He is from the New Beginning Apostolic Church.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, and thank you, sir, for the honor given to us.
I appreciate you more.
I have also Imam Abdulakim Oshodi.
Yeah.
He is the Chief Imam, Community Center Mosque, or Kota.
Yes, ma'am.
I welcome you, sir, and
Good
thank
morning,
you again, because the last time you came, yes, every bit
You're most
of
welcome,
what you
ma'am.
dropped was, it's worked through for us.
My
How is the
pleasure,
family?
ma'am. We're fine, we're doing great.
All right.
And yours?
Yeah, we bless God. Thank you for His grace, for His mercy that saw us through up till now. Okay, now let's establish what polygamy is all about religiously. I'll start from Pastor. I want to hear from you.
Well,
What did the Bible say about polygamy and its practices? Do we even have it recorded in the Holy Book?
Okay, to start with, the book of beginnings in the Bible, which we all know as Genesis, chapter 2, from
Okay.
verse 18.
Okay,
to-
I'm not the only one you're talking to.
Okay.
A lot of people out there, they really want to hear you.
Forgive
So
me,
we will
forgive
need
my
you
voice.
to speak up.
Like I said, there's a book of the beginnings in the Bible called the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
Chapter 2, from verse 18 down to 24 now as reference point. It says that there is a woman, a singular woman created for the man, which you all know as Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Now, this was God's design, this was God's creation. But at the fall of man, a whole lot of things happened. I think that's said from Genesis chapter 4, the sons of Cain, Lamech, like that. Started. But in the beginning, there was nothing like God introducing polygamy or giving a man two wives. But after man fell, the introduction of polygamy started coming up.
Okay. I think I would love to hold you there.
All right.
You said in the beginning there was nowhere.
Mm-mm.
It was regarded
No.
that a man should have
Two
more
wives, more than Yeah.
one woman as
Yes.
a wife. I'll hold you there. I knew I asked more questions, but
Okay.
let me take it one another.
No
I
problem.
would love, the reaction of the Chief Imam here on this matter. The practices of polygamy. What did Islam say about it, sir?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. First and foremost, the word polygamy. I think we use it colloquially. Polygamy, as we used to use it, has to do with a person having more than one spouse. A person, be it a male or a female, having more than one spouse.
No, but there is also polyandry.
I'm coming to
Polygamy
that.
and okay. Viewers.
So when you say polygamy, a man can have multiple wives. A woman can have multiple husbands. Polygamy. But when you say polygyny, that a man can take more than one wife. But we use polygamy in place of polygyny.
Polygyny.
So that's where the issue is. Now, Almighty Allah said in Quran chapter 4 verse 3 that فَانْكِحُوا مَا طَابَ لَكُم مِّنَ النِّسَاءِ مَثْنَىٰ وَثُلَاثَ وَرُبَاعَ وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا فَوَاحِدَةً, that marry from women. Marry from women. You can take 2, 3, or 4. And as far as Islam is
You can
concerned,
take 2, 3, or 4.
yes.
Okay.
As far as Islam is concerned, 4 is the benchmark. Unlike the parlance that we used to say in Yoruba, they will say me along with it's fallacy.
Oh, okay.
Me can be mefa, can be mejo, can be mewa, can be merila, but it's 4. He now said, "Wa in khiftum an la ta'dilu fawaida." If you cannot be equitable, we say justice. There is difference between equity and equality.
Okay.
Equity and equality. If you can be equitable amongst your wives, then if you can't, then stick to one.
Okay, it's also under a condition that say, look, if you know that one will be good for you and you will not be equitable if you go beyond one, just stick to your one. But if it is otherwise, you're free.
You're free.
All right. Okay. So, having said that, I will also love you to go just a little further. The steps. You know, you mentioned polygyny. We also, polyandry is even beside the point.
Yeah.
So, but for the purpose of understanding, general understanding, we will stick to polygamy, which we many believe to be a man and more than one wife.
Okay.
All right, for the purpose of this discussion. Yeah. Okay, so now the Quran established that fact that a man can go beyond. But in a place, I'm still coming back to the pastor, but in a situation where the man is not equitable enough in handling more than one, are there any penalty according to the Quran?
For a man that, as Allah has said in that verse, if you can't be equitable, then stick to one. But if you can't be equitable and you marry more than one wife, Allah will punish you for that. Okay. Because he doesn't want to take a wife that you will not be able to cater for.
Okay.
Take one and stick to one, so that you will not be punished for that. Allah will not, if you say you don't want to marry, but that's not part of Islam, you just have to marry. But if you can mend, if you can take care of one, stick to it. If you can take care of more, and Allah has such done that thing that, like some people will say, men are pluralistic in nature.
Okay.
Frankly speaking, most of men doesn't want to take second wife, but they want to have 20 concubines.
Okay.
If it is that one you want to stick to it. No side chicken.
No side. No, okay. Okay. No side. All right. So, if you are taking more than one,
Yeah.
and you know that you'll be able to cater for them, fine, it is good.
Yes.
But if it is otherwise, there are punitive measures
Yes.
for any man who so do. Now, let me come to you, Pastor. He said that men are pluralistic in nature. I saw your reaction. I actually looked away. Yes, it is true you're a pastor, but then we are humans.
Yes.
We are humans because blood and water run through our system.
Definitely.
Now, but then let's look at polygamy now in Christianity. In today's real world, as much as possible, I'll go into real terms. We have a lot of people who, by the calling, according to the Bible, the first man and the first woman, that's what the Bible, recorded. And many are following such. But afterwards, you will hear of so many side chicks. Yet, there is one legal. Now, I want you to go into the plural nature of man and what will, lead a lot of people into doing so, despite the fact that the Bible frowns at it.
Okay. Let me start from the last statement you made. The Bible, from Genesis down to Revelations, did not I'm repeating, I'm on live TV, did not. There is no place in the Bible that it was written that God has an issue with polygamy. Now, if we look at the Lamech, who actually was the son of Cain, one of the sons of Cain, was the one who we had the first record of polygamy with, marrying multiple wives. Then from there, like that, moved on to even Abraham, which we look up to as a father. Where we say the beginning, yes, the father in faith, the beginning. Abraham had multiple wives. But, okay, he had one wife, Sarah.
Yeah.
But much more later, he actually got married to, I've forgotten the name of that lady now, who actually gave him... what's her name? Yeah, forgotten the name. Hagar. Thank you. Hagar. Now, who actually got pregnant for him. And now, if we notice, that particular place really struck me hard, that the God whom he called upon did not say anything concerning what he did. Rather, he put a blessing on the child.
Yes.
Are you with me, please? So, then going forward from there, there was no recorded statement from God getting angry, because he understands that he has given man self-will. But it doesn't still take away his own heart, his own precept. That this is what I want, this is what I wish. But man, now having free will, decided that this is the way they want. I'm speaking Bible terms now, that this is the way they want to go. It is your will, but like he said, there are consequences. Now, are you ready to go ahead or bear with the consequences? There are always consequences to every decision that man makes, but it doesn't still write away the fact that this is my stand. As I am God, this is my stand. But if you want to do it the way you feel like, no issues, but remember, there are consequences. That's just it. Then which other one again did you?
Okay. If a man we talked about the pluralistic nature of man.
Yes.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah, the thing is, truly, men are promiscuous in nature, and a man is always longing for. Like I would say to people, it only takes the help of God, especially in these times and season that we live in now. It only takes the help of God. Women, the way God created them, you are meant to be looked upon. You are meant to be seen. You are meant to let me just stay on that word. You are meant to be seen. You are meant to be looked upon. Don't let me go too far from there. But sincerely speaking, men, it is natural with a man. It is natural with a man to be looking out to. I will see this one, I have to say she's beautiful. I will see this one, I have to say she's pretty. That means it's God at me, like, though I have a wife in the house. In fact, there are times that I've even been moving around and I would tell, Madam, I said, that woman is pretty. That woman looks good. You understand? It is actually in the nature. But I think I mentioned the issue of, is it a side chick now?
Yes.
Or anything. Personally, I don't have, I have a very big issue with it. If you cannot marry them, marry them legally.
Then let them be.
Let them be.
Let them be.
Let them be.
Okay.
Because they're just toiling with someone's emotions.
Emotion. In fact.
Let them be.
Thank you very much, Pastor Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me go to the imam here. Yes, he also, even despite the fact that he's a Christian, and the Bible will, the teachings, let me use that word, will always say it is one man to one wife. But Islam is saying you can have more than one. If you will be equitable to them all. But if it is permissive too, given the explanation the two of you have given so far, men will still go beyond that 4. Then is self-control in the play here. Because if you allow I know we'll have 20, if not more than. Imam, I want to hear you, sir. Self-control.
Self-control.
Before we will come to, managing polygamy itself.
This self-control itself starts with you having one wife. Myself, I have one wife. And hardly will there not be any time where there are no adversaries from women to me. I even had one that said, take me as second wife, I don't mind. But I have one, and I don't have side chick. If I want to marry the second wife, I will marry.
You are an imam. Oh.
I will marry, I will bring her in.
Yeah.
Not, some people dies today thinking it's one man, one wife. After their demise, they just bring those children.
Yes.
You can see they resemble
Into
him.
the man, yes.
The property you are thinking you are the only person that's going to
inherit.
you just see about 4 or 5 other women.
If not more than.
bringing their children.
The siblings,
And
their siblings, yes.
The family of that man will know all those wives.
Yeah.
That's where the issue
The
is.
sad aspect. Why did the woman, not brought to the know
To the
on
know
time?
of the matter.
Of the,
So the self-control starts with you having your wife. If, like my pastor had just said, if you have your own wife, you still see some pretty lady outside. You say, where were you when Baba was looking for you?
I wonder.
In fact,
But you just have to cast your mind off and
yes.
be focused.
Self-discipline.
This thing we're talking about, within 3-5 minutes you've done, you feel somehow. The sin is there, and the punishment before your Lord is there.
It's also there.
You don't even think that while doing that thing, you can shut down.
Yeah.
How will you now meet your Lord?
And in what state too?
You want to meet your Lord. So the self-control, like you said, starts with you having your wife and having that focus that even if you have another one, you see another one outside. This one is just have it at the back of your mind that my wife is prettier than this one.
Simple.
And you move.
Okay. Someone here has given a verdict. You heard her.
Simple.
Okay, so we are not in a court of law. We're
of
on
course we are
stage. See, she just said it. Simple. Every other thing, they are na story.
Yes,
Okay, so
definitely.
let me come to Pastor Adetuyi.
Yes, ma'am.
For those who find themselves, he mentioned a very, very vital issue. We've seen and we've heard, not just heard, we've seen families, even cleric
Yeah.
who will, after they had gone, you see their wives outside bringing in siblings of the legally married woman to the family. There won't be no controversy because you see the resemblance.
Yeah.
In situations like that, I know we don't have the women here. We have the men. You are men. You are the ones as the head. What should the woman in such situation do?
That's a very difficult question and a very difficult situation, difficult circumstance. With my little knowledge of the Quran, I think the Quran, I don't know, maybe you just correct me. I can only bring a little explanation to it. Is that that before the man actually brings in the second wife or brings in the woman, he has to have a discussion with the first wife.
Yes, but in this situation, I know.
I know. I'm getting somewhere.
Because I'll still
He
pose the
has to.
same question to
That
him.
he has
Yes,
to.
yes.
And I think I now ask the question that what if the wife says a no to it, that no, you can't have me? Then it popped out that she doesn't have any, or how they put it now, she doesn't have any say in it. The only thing the man owes her is to let her know that this is my intention. So whether she likes it or not is not her opinion. That really got at me because I don't see equity I don't see justice in that. Because there are always vows. I know that in the Muslim, anytime you're about to get married, there is always a teaching to the woman that you allow your husband, or he is permitted to take a second wife. Now, I now further my question. Would these two women live in the same house? You know, you spoke about equity. And I asked the person I was discussing it with, I said, would you allow this woman live with you in the same house without you having a kind of grievance against her, or without you, would you be at peace with this? And she said, one is that she would have no choice. But now, saying you won't have any choice is where I'm coming out to this, with the question you asked. The man is dead. These are also his children, his offspring. Even if you will not look at the wife, but these are his children. What do? You can further to say, okay, just to clear everything, do a DNA test, let it come out that these are his children. They have, even if it will not be in the wife's name, because she is not legally married to him, the children, by blood, have to partake of whatever thing the man actually leaves behind. So there is no, I don't see any, it is difficult, yes, for you to see that my children will not be sharing with somebody, or be children that I don't know.
Don't even
but
know.
See, to be human, you just have to consider the children. That's
So
just it.
you just have to be human.
You just have
That's
to
the
be
word.
human, yes.
I want you to react to that, Imam. In the face of reality, you know, he mentioned a point that the woman really has no say. At what point or at what level should the man, let's take it that the man is alive and he has the intention. At what point should the man alert the woman that a new one is coming? It's just for her to hear. It's not for her to decide.
Actually, when you like Pastor just said, that you need to kind of inform the wife at home that is my intention, just for notification to know. And no woman will say yes to it. No woman will say yes to it. If you have 100 women in this hall, you now pose the question to them.
Maybe 99.5 will say no. Then 0.5 might
say
likely
yes.
agree.
No woman will say no.
Right.
So, at the point the man is ready to do it, you can't go and tell her when you are not ready to do it. It's when you are ready to do it, you inform.
Okay.
And when you are informing, that kind of a man should expect a reprisal
Attitude or reaction, yes.
So when that attitude comes, it's not for him, because for her, it's psychological trauma, my setting. So for the man, you just have to calm her down and see whichever means and ways to appeal, to plead with her.
Okay, so it should be more
It's
of
not a
a
matter
appeal.
of, I want to do it.
Autocratic.
No, you don't
This
do
is
that.
what I want, and that is fine.
No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like yesterday, my wife was telling me, who will take it? My wife was telling me yesterday evening that one guy told him to give her a number. She now said, I have kids who like this. The man told him, I ain't sure now.
Okay.
Yesterday. So for me, my chemical reaction at that point was kind of, I just,
Boiling.
You wanted to hear her
So,
reaction.
we are human.
Yeah.
We are human. So when that kind of a thing happened, the man should not be autocratic
Selfish.
and selfish,
Okay.
because it's not easy.
It's
It's
really
not
not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. So, in living together, okay, let me. I don't want to intervene in conscious.
Wọ́n tẹ̀ ní pé ẹ bá fi okùn tàbí ọ̀bẹ wọ́n ní tàbí ọ̀bẹ
Wọ́n ní
ọ̀dà
kò dá
lọ́rùn.
lọ́rùn. Wọ́n ní ojú ni màálù ń rọ́.
Ojú ni màálù ń rá.
Ọbẹ̀ ọ̀dà lọ́rùn.
Ọbẹ̀ sà kò dá sà. Ṣé ìfimọ̀?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀yìn ṣe fi mọ̀ báyìí èyí lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ ń fún wọn lọ́rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọbẹ̀ ò sì dáa ó ga pàṣádé sí ṣọ́ọ̀bẹ̀ náà ò tún dáa náà.
ọbẹ̀ ò dá lọ́rùn o.
ọbẹ̀ ò dáa.
ọbẹ̀ ò dá o kí ló wá débẹ̀.
kí lọ̀bẹ̀ wá dọ́rùn.
kí ló wá dọ́rùn ó ṣe wá dọ́rùn ló wá sí.
ọbẹ̀ ti wá dọ́rùn báyìí láàárọ̀ yìí ọbẹ̀ di ọrùn sà ọbẹ̀ ti dọ́rùn lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ sáìsì kì í ti kún ta. kí la ti fẹ́ ṣe é ẹ kàrọ̀ níbi kí tẹ́lá sí wò mí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ wò ẹ̀yin èèyàn gidi ẹ̀yin èèyàn pàtàkì nílà ń sọ̀rọ̀ bá òun náà ni àbí wípé oníyàwó méjì mẹ́ta àṣà ìkóbìnrin jọ nínú ìgbéyàwó wọn ni ibo ló ti wá bó ló ti jẹ́ ṣé ká gbà á ni àbí ká mọ̀ gbà báàbá ti ẹ̀gbẹ́ ó ti dé àbí ó yá ẹ fi kalẹ̀ sí ẹjẹ́ agbọ́n tí chief imam àti pastor wọn ní bá wa sọ láàárọ̀ wọn tó bá wà nínú ìwé Ọlọ́run ṣé ká gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ò bá sì sí wọn ní ṣé ká gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ bá wa bọ̀ jàre bàbá wa ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ lọ sọ́dọ̀ pastor ọ̀dọ̀ yín náà lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan á tún padà sọ́dọ̀ yìí ẹ gbọ́ torí ó dàbẹ̀ ni pé nínú ẹ̀sìn kìrìsìtẹ́nì láti sábà máa ń gbọ́ wípé ẹ ò gbọ́dọ̀ o Ọlọ́run sọ pé ṣó tòótọ́ lọ Ọlọ́run sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ ju ìyàwó kan pastor.
nínú ìwé ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwé Genesis táyé sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan
ká kọ́ gbọ́ tọ́lọ́run náà.
kò síbi tí Ọlọ́run ti sọ pé ẹyọ kan òun ni kí ìṣẹ̀dá ẹ̀ fẹ́ àbí méjì nǹkan tó ń dá sílẹ̀ fún Éfà àti Ádámù ni pé tó dá fún Ádámù ni pé ìyàwó kan tó máa dàbí tiẹ̀ tó lè máa rí bá sọ̀rọ̀ wọléwọ̀de máa ṣiṣẹ́ mi lọ òun ni pẹ̀lú ìmọ̀ràn òun ni Ọlọ́run fún ẹyọ kan
yẹn wọ́n nínú ìhà ló ti mú
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
gbé gungun
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
kí ló wá dé lọ́jọ́ tòní tó jẹ́ pé bàbá àjọ wa wọ́n níyàwó mẹ́ta bàbá àjọ wa ni o.
ṣe rí ikọ́ tí mo rí sí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àti sọtẹ́lẹ̀ ni
èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì lẹ sọ.
èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì mo sọ I'm finding it a little difficult there ni it's actually selfishness ìmọ̀tara ẹnìkan
ni bàbá ìjọba dé bẹ́ẹ̀ pásítọ̀ ló sọ.
ìmọ̀tara ẹnìkan pé tara ṣe ń ṣe mí lélẹ̀ wọn ò dẹ̀ wá fi ẹnìkejì sí wọn ro ti ẹnìkejì pé báwo ni ẹni yìí ṣe máa feel báwo lẹni yìí ṣe ń feel tèmi ni pé tó ṣe ń ṣe mí lélẹ̀ yìí kàkà kí lọ ṣe ń ta kí kúkú ṣe ní nínú ilé kí n ṣe wájú ẹ̀ kí n dẹ̀ ṣe so kí n kó wọn jọ so kí n dẹ̀ máa ní freedom bọ̀ àwọn tó kù ńkọ́ báwo làwọn náà ṣe ń feel ẹni tó kù báwo ló ṣe rí sí báwo ló ṣe rí lára ẹ̀.
wọ́n rọ́jú bíi màálù náà ni.
ìmáàmù wa ṣàlàyé nǹkan fún wa láìpẹ́ nsìn yìí tọrọ tìyàwó wọn táwọn ṣe feel. Imagine.
mo ṣe ń feel ìgbóná yẹn díẹ̀díẹ̀ lára àwọn ọmọ rí pé kò tí ì tán gan sa.
ṣe understand bẹ́ẹ̀ sí kí ìmáàmù wa lọ máa ẹ̀yin kọ́ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ please kí ìmáàmù wa lọ máa bá obìnrin míì sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé ìyàwó wọn wá tún níwò pé ṣebí torí tiẹ̀ òun ni mo ṣe ìwà báyìí kí ló dé tí ìwọ náà ṣe lè ṣe pé torí tèmi àbí kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ tó fẹ́ di pé ṣe ṣọ́ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yẹ yín dẹ̀ so ìmọ̀tara ẹnìkan òun ló máa ń fà kí
bàbá àjọ wà wọn kó mẹ́ta sí mi.
àwọn olórí ìjọ míì àbí àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì míì kọ́kọ́ bí méjì mẹ́ta sílẹ̀ so òun ni kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ.
ìyẹn ni pé ẹnikẹ́ni ọkùnrin kọkùnrin tó bá ti ṣe ìgbéyàwó pé kó dúró sórí ẹyọ kan torí kó lè wò wípé bóò ní ẹni tí ó jẹ́ ọlọ́wọ́ ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kọ̀ mi báwo ló ṣe máa ṣe kí ni báwo ló fẹ́ gbà sí àbí gbogbo náà dúró àbí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ìwọ̀n tó lè mú mọ́ra yẹn ó náà lè mú mọ́ra náà tá a bá rò bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí pé àdúró sórí ẹyọ kan ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run ò sọ yìí pé níbi kankan pé kò síbi tó ti sọnù Bíbélì ẹ sórí rẹ pásítọ̀ Ọlọ́run ìjọ yín á kún jù báyìí lọ torí wọn yìí wọ́n sọ fún wa wọ́n ní wà ní Bíbélì ní o Ọlọ́run ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́lọ́run ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ìwọ fúnra rẹ ni kò rò wò pé ọlọ́wọ́ ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kọ̀ mi ìyàwó mi bó ló ṣe fẹ́ rí lára ẹ̀ àbí ẹ ṣeun ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa sáà èmi ti ẹ̀ láìkí ẹ̀sìn mùsùlùmí sáà toró ní mẹ́rin Ọlọ́run sọ Ọlọ́run àbí
ló parí sí.
mẹ́rin lórí.
Not me.
àbí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ń pàtàkì wọn pé ẹni mẹ́rin ẹni tó mẹ́yọ kan tó mú méjì dẹ́mọ̀ àbí ẹ bá ń báwọn yẹn wá sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí ló dé ọ̀nà owó náà fẹ́ gbégbá.
Ẹni tó mẹ́yọ kan tó mú méjì and Ọlọ́run tó dá wa practically speaking obìnrin ẹ pọ̀ jù wá lọ.
àpò.
Reason tẹ́ fi ń pọ̀ jù wá lọ one mortality rate àwọn ọkùnrin ó high bá ṣe ń kú wàhálà lọ́tún ló sì gbàgbà ọkùnrin kú wọn.
lóríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà.
because abanikawo population statistics
demographically
torí
tá bá bí ọmọ mẹ́wàá ń sìn méje lóbìnrin.
tọ́lọ́ fúnra rẹ̀ yọ̀ǹda.
tó bá bí ọmọ mẹ́wàá pé wọ́n bí ọmọ mẹ́wàá ń sìn.
we'll still a ṣì máa ní sùúrù kí statistics àti population census kó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o because currently ọkùnrin jẹ́ ká lọ wò ọkùnrin sì ń pọ̀ jù.
ọkùnrin sì ń pọ̀ jù.
yes ọkùnrin sì pọ̀.
according to the last census.
the last census yes.
ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n níṣẹ́.
the last census.
okay can they pay overhead count.
overhead count yes tàbá fi ti overhead count wò yes wọ́n máa débì kan.
So being that as it may
obìnrin pọ̀ jù.
obìnrin pọ̀ jù wá lọ.
báyìí kẹ́ mọ̀ kó bí mẹ́rin.
irọ́ wa kó bọ́n tó kàn jù ń bẹ̀ ni pé okay let's say obìnrin 15 ọkùnrin 10 ló wà nílẹ̀ eléyìí tí mo ti eléyìí tí mo tiẹ̀ àwọn márùn-ún yẹn ta ló máa fẹ́ wọn.
èyí ṣe tí àwọn mùsùlùmí ń rò nìyẹn.
Ọlọ́run ló ṣètò yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
láti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
yes.
obìnrin pọ̀ jù bá àbá rán wọn dànù ilé àwọn tó kù kí bó lè fẹ́ jẹ́ tá bá múlẹ̀ ọkọ̀ kan.
iye tí sàm fi kẹ́ fẹ́ wọn àwọn tó wà ń ta yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ẹ lè má fẹ́ wọn kẹ́ fún wọn lẹ̀ àmọ́ wọn ò ní jẹ́ káwọn tó wà nílé wọn níjọ́ gbádùn. kí ló fa obìnrin yẹ fóònù ọkọ ẹ̀ wò ó tẹ owó text message ó ń ṣe gbáṣà ọkùnrin kan sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó fi fèsì lọ́ọ̀kì fóònù ni ó wá gbé fóònù yẹn lọ sójú ọkọ ẹ̀ kí fóònù kó lè òkun ó ṣí kò mọ̀ wọ́kọ̀ sùn ó ní wo dáadáa tó bá ti wò tán wà wá rí wàhálà because kí ló fà ó fẹ́ ó ti rá àwọn nǹkan kan pé ọ̀bọ̀ yóò dáa bó ti rìnrìn ìkórìn kí ló mọ́kùnrin gbé fóònù láti inú sitting room ń lọ receive toilet.
inú toilet àìrò ló bá o.
mi lọ́ọ̀kì fóònù mi kọ́ bá wọlé àìdí sí fún kọ́ọ̀lù mi ní tí mò ń bò.
sà níbi ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ dé òun mo fẹ́ kí ní wákàtí níbi tá a bá dé yìí gbogbo obìnrin tó bá ń wò wá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lórí ètò yìí láàárọ̀ yìí afẹ́kẹ́ kọ́gbọ́n ni tí ọkùnrin bá fi lè gbé fóònù lọ dáhùn ní toilet àbí kó gbé lọ síta lọ dáhùn ẹ jẹ́ ọmọ rò kó bẹ̀rù mọ́mì tó sà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ó dẹ̀ respect ẹ tó.
mo sá fún ẹ tó ní mẹ́ẹ́n ó respect mọ́mì ni now ó dẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ tó bá ti di pé kò sí ìfẹ́ ń bẹ̀ mọ́ ó máa gbé ní living room ló ti máa gbé lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ìyàwó gan ẹ̀ ló yóò sì pè lórúkọ tí mo ń pè lọ́ba tán kò sí ìfẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ nù ẹgbọ́n sókè sà.
So that's the reason why so that kò ní cause wàhálà ní society. ẹgbọ́n àwọn side chick yìí náà I had someone that said ó láwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ side chick yẹn mo ní ṣé wọ́n rí wedding ring lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni ó ní ohun tó ń kú fún gangan nìyẹn ó ní ohun tó ń kú fún gangan ní wedding ring yẹn pé àbó mari òun mọ̀ ní pé òun wà responsible nìyẹn.
kò ń kọ́ra máa jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ kò fẹ́ máa jẹ́ ń tiẹ̀ ni kò fẹ́ rẹ̀.
So instead of it to cause societal issue marry them legally and kí n tí pásítọ̀ mi sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yìí pé ok ṣé ó lè wà nílé kan náà àbí ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe to a certain extent ó ń láti ní financial muscle to a certain extent
ó lè tọ́jú wọn.
wọ́n lè wà under one roof gbọ̀ngàn jẹ́ tó ní 2-bedroom flat o.
ó kó wọn sí gbọ́n mi sí
ó lè jẹ́ the same premises or okay first wife wà níbí next street kó gbalé fún ìkejì. So and life moves.
ìdààmú náà nìyẹn náà nígbà táwọn bá fi lè gbé ní àwọn bàbá wa wọ́n ń kó wọn jọ sínú.
àwọn ò lè manage tí àwọn bàbá wa manage nígbà before now ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó bá léèyàn níyàwó 3, 4, 5 Yorùbá fi ń
Wọ́n fi ń
sọ
ṣọlá ni.
status pé
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
mo tó tán láwùjọ
wọ́n fi ń ṣọlá ni.
wọ́n dẹ̀ ń fi bọ́yìí fáwọn ìyàwó yẹn tọ́pọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n ń fi àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n á fi wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ oko
Bẹ́ẹ̀
pé
ni.
ó ló ń fẹ́ mẹ́ta àwa la ní 5 yìí
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
àwa la ní 6 yìí ó ń sọ bọ́ ṣe tó nù àwùjọ ni so rather than pé kán máa kọ́ọ̀sì wàhálà ń ta ń rí sífù kọ́ ń lé kán jọ wà ẹjọ́ pé ẹ̀yìn rí àwọn rè
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
so many
tó bá ti ẹ̀ ń pè yóò
opó wa
lọ
ń
pé
ta
ìyàwó rẹ̀
sìn
mú pé òun kó pọ̀.
tí wọn lọ́kọ ok ìmí ọkọ ẹ̀ kú ní a very tender age ọmọ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kò fẹ́ máa ṣe ìranù káàkiri ṣé ọmọ ní kó má máa rí
tí ò bá tiẹ̀ tí ìpọ̀
Practically.
tí ò bá ìpọ̀ mọ́
Practically.
bíbélì sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bíbélì ní dáwọ́ obìnrin ò bá ti pọ̀ mọ́ 100 ọdún tó bá fi wà ní ipò opó ẹ bá ń fẹ́ ọkọ fún un bíbélì sọ
kó lọ
bẹ́ẹ̀
fọ́kọ mi
tó bá ti ṣe opó.
tó bá jẹ́ opó.
opó yẹn náà bí Islam ṣe pé you do it 4 months 10 days is to mourn 1 to mourn ọkọ ẹ̀ tó kú
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
2 tó bá já sí pé olóyún
ká lè mọ̀
láàárín 4 months àti 10 days oyún
àti
àjáde
ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
so in tí Islam ń pè lópó ni àmọ́ ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá tó bá lọ fẹ́ ṣú ẹ lópó ọmọ fẹ́ fẹ́ ìyàwó bàbá ẹ̀ àbábúrò fẹ́ fẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ so ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn
different things.
so that's it ma.
ẹ ṣeun sà nígbà tí ẹ bàdé pé torí kí àwọn obìnrin tó wà níta kí àwọn náà lè wọlé kán lè ní adé lórí kán lè ní olùtọ́jú ó ní Islam ṣe ní pé kí wọ́n máa fẹ́ wọn wọnú ilé nígbà tó bá wá dé inú ilé ọ̀hún tán tó jẹ́ pé torí nǹkan kan tí wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn náà torí nǹkan kan làwọn ṣe wá bá yàlé kan nínú ilé kí ló dé tí wọ́n yìí wà torí kí ló dé tó fi jẹ́ pé àwọn máa gbẹ́ ìyàlé lẹ́sẹ̀ tóun ó fi bóde ìyàlé tó gbà kẹ́yìn wọlé kí ló fi jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yìn ọmọ wà kóun bóde.
èyí tí pásítọ̀ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ̀ náà ni ìmọ̀tara ẹni nìkan ni obìnrin tó fẹ́ wọlé kó kàn fi rẹ̀ sínú ṣú yìí tó ń bá nulẹ̀ yẹn pé ẹnìkan wá bá òun nulẹ̀ o ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fìtínà òun òun bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dààmú òun kóun lè jáde ta ló lè gbàrú ẹ̀ so obìnrin náà fẹ́ náà ìjọ mi fẹ́ wàhálà o báyìí wọn bó ní wàhálà ni ẹ rárá dó sáyé ẹ kó kúkú wà ní gbèsè ayé ẹ bó ṣe wà because àwọn ọkùnrin in ta fẹ́ láyé wa we want peace kódà tí o bá ní ìyàwó méjì àbò ní mẹ́ta ibi tó bá ti rí peace ló máa lọ o ìkan ń dà láàmú òpè ló máa fi jí ẹ láàárọ̀ ìkan adé orí mi pẹ̀lẹ́ ṣé báwo ni ṣe wà ókè ṣé ti jẹun ṣé
mo ti lọ
ṣọyín mo ti bá yín bomi sí bedroom ṣé ó jọra àti tó ní olórí burúkú ara ẹjọ́ tún ti dé so 2 sides of a coin kò jọra wọn so wherever tá bá ti rí peace làwọn ọkùnrin máa wà á fẹ́ wàhálà ọkùnrin àtàrà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ òkókó ni tí obìnrin tó máa pampa mọ́ àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ń pampa ẹ̀ ibi tá a bá ti rí ọ́n pampa eléyìí yóò mọ iye ọkọ
ọ̀dà ìmọ̀mọ̀tọ́
ọ̀dà ìmọ̀mọ̀tọ́ ẹ ṣeun Yorùbá yẹn nìyẹn.
ọ̀dà inú mi dùn ẹ̀gbọ́n tí jífì màmí wá sọ láàárọ̀ wọn ni táwọn ọkùnrin ń fẹ́ tí Ọlọ́run gan tó torí bẹ́ẹ̀ dá wọn kọ́pọ̀lọ́ wọn kó lè pé torí pé àwọn náà ni olórí ilé àwọn olórí ẹbí ó ní wípé kí ọkàn wọn balẹ̀ inú ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ òun ló yẹ kí àwọn bàbá wa máa gbé àwọn tá bá sì jẹ́ ìyàwó wọn náà ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ yìí náà ló yẹ kí a máa wá fún wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà nígbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti sàbẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà wọ́n rẹ́rìn wọ́n ní ká dé àwọn ọmọ tọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ bàbá wa àwọn náà ti fọwọ́ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọdẹ ọmọ kó ṣe nǹkan kan ẹ̀pá wo obìnrin ẹ̀rí pé ipò ńlá Ọlọ́run fi wá sí á sì dàyé mọ́ ọmọ tọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣeun ó dáa náà ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí ọ̀dọ̀ pásítọ̀ ńgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ ti wá rí báyìí tó fi di wípé Ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní Apostle Paul wọ́n yà wọ́n ni wọ́n sọ pé téèyàn bá fẹ́ jẹ́ tó bá fẹ́ jẹ́ ipò kan tó fẹ́ jẹ́ ipò kan nínú ìjọ wọ́n ní ipò bíṣọ̀bù ṣùgbọ́n gbà wá tí a rí báyìí ní ìsínú ìjọ wọn jẹ́ bíṣọ̀bù wọn jẹ́ kankan kí ló dé tẹ̀yìn pásẹ̀ ìmọ̀ fi gbẹ̀nú sọ̀rọ̀ fún wọn pé ẹ wá o oníyàwó torí láyé àwọn bàbá wa wọn mọ̀ sọ wọn ní wọ́n ń ṣe túmígbé àwọn ìyàwó bíi 2 mẹ́ta tó máa ti wọnú ìjọ kan wá jẹ́ kán wọ̀ wọ́n wá ní wá o 2 mẹ́ta ní ó dà ó yá bàbá yín èwo làkọ́kọ́ òní àbẹ̀wò ni ó fi wọ̀ lọ́kàn balẹ̀ ju eléyìí ó yá ẹ̀yin tó kù wọn ní kọ́sẹ́ẹ̀tì wọn kí ló dé tírú àwọn ìwà abẹ́yìn ò tún ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ nínú ìjọsà ìwà àtúnṣe àtúntò.
ọ̀rọ̀ ti bíṣọ̀pù yẹn báwo ni Yorùbá ṣe sọ náà bí àwọn tó máa ń mójútó ìṣe nínú ìjọ àwọn ni wọ́n dìde sọ fún pé he must be a husband to one wife. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ ó di dandan kó fẹ́ ẹnìkan ibẹ̀ yẹn ni wọ́n ti sọ so lẹ́yìn ibẹ̀ yẹn kò tí ibi omi tó ti sọ pé kí pastor kí teacher kí evangelist kò dúró sí
bishop nìkan wọ́n pè
bishop ló fún ní kíní yẹn pé kó fẹ́ ìyàwó ẹyọ kan but not regardless but notwithstanding no. Èèyàn ní gbogbo wa I will still be coming to that because ìdí tí wọ́n fi kọ̀wé kalẹ̀ ni pé àwọn tó kọ́ pẹ̀lú ìmọ̀ Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú òye Ọlọ́run tó dá wa ó ti rí ọjọ́ iwájú ó ti rí tó ṣe máa rí wọ́n ti rí tí ìsìn àbí ìgbà yẹn ṣe rí òun ni wọ́n fi kọ́ fún wa pé báyìí òun ni ká ṣe máa ṣe òun ni ká ṣe tàbá débẹ̀ mi ò ní issues pẹ̀lú ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ẹyọ kan sí méjì but ibi tí mo ti ní issue ni pé ṣé o lè ṣe déédéé.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí chief imam ti sọ pé kó ṣe déédéé.
ṣé o lè ṣe déédéé because mi ò rí ibi tí ó ti lè ṣẹlẹ̀ pé ọkùnrin á ṣe déédéé obìnrin méjì tó ṣe ṣàlàyé ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ làwọn ọkùnrin wà ṣá lè rí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ yìí lọ́wọ́ obìnrin méjèèjì àbí mẹ́ta tí ò ní sí pé eléyìí ṣe jù eléyìí lọ ibi tó bá dẹ̀ ti rọrùn sí fún wa òun la máa yí sí
ibẹ̀ náà lè máa tọ́jú jù
ibẹ̀ náà la máa tọ́jú jù so ṣó possible ṣó ṣeé ṣe ká ṣe déédéé wọn mi ò rò bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ ṣe gan ni pásítọ̀ wa abẹ́gbọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n tí pásítọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ wọ́n ní bí ó ti jẹ́ wípé kò sí àkọọ́lẹ̀ nínú bíbélì wípé ká jẹ́ oníyàwó kan ju bíṣọ̀bù lọ bíṣọ̀bù nìkan ni wọ́n pa láṣẹ fún wọ́n ní ìjà wa lè ṣe déédéé ṣáàlè ṣóòótọ́ ni pátá lè ṣe déédéé a jẹ́ wípé ká tẹ̀síwájú nínú pípé kìnnì ká kúkú rọ́jú ká ṣe yọ kan káwa náà ká kóra yín jánu ní gbogbo àbísà gbogbo tí jífì màmú bá wa sọ ni pé kọkùnrin kó rẹ̀ ń jánu bóbìnrin tí ń kó rẹ̀ ń jánu àbí ní tí pásọ náà sọ ni pé kákóra wa ń jánu tá a bá ti lè ṣe déédéé àkóra wa ń jánu bóyá máa jẹ́ nìyẹn first lady ẹ̀jẹ̀ àtúnfẹ́ bò díẹ̀ ìjánu yìí ni o ìjánu ni.
The issue or the issue of women being more than men. Let me comment a little on that. I believe one thing strongly, that the God who created them already has plans for them. It is written in the scriptures that marriage is not for everybody. There are some people who are given to Enoch, that is, these ones will not actually get married, or they are not even interested, or they might not even be interested in getting married, both for men and for women. So in the Catholic Church, we have them as nuns, while the men will call them Reverend Fathers. Yes. So the thing is, no matter how many women there are plans for them. Women are dying, women are coming in. There is always room for remarrying.
Okay.
So you understand? Legally. My wife is dead, I can actually take up a new one. So you understand? So there are these things, there are these laid down guide there, principles there for us to live by. So I don't believe it is not until you give yourself that excuse of who is going to take care of these ones. Can you really, truly balance up these things without being selfish, without... I don't see the possibility.
It's not possible.
I don't see the
that's
possibility.
from you.
Yeah.
As much as possible, we should be human.
Yes.
All right, the Chief Imam, we have to go now. What will be your word of advice for those who are in polygamous families?
For me, if you are already in polygynous family.
Okay, polygyny. You went back
Polygynous
to that.
family. Is for you to maintain it as your Lord has guided you, and and fear Allah. Fear Allah. Be pious in dealing with them, because if you don't, Allah will definitely punish you.
You shall be asked on that day. All right, I want to appreciate Imam Abdullah Kim Oshodi, Chief Imam, Community Central Mosque, Okota.
Welcome.
Thank you
My
very
pleasure.
much once again for your time on the program.
My pleasure.
And to Pastor Korede Adetuyi of New Beginning Apostolic Church, thank you for the honor. You have done us well this morning, both, and we pray that our families, God Almighty, will continue to uphold, and we will have a progressive society across board.
Amen.
All right, that will be the size of our program this morning. I will want to appreciate everyone who made today's production a successful one. To you out there, thank you for staying tuned to Lagos Television at all times. Anita Buhari is my name. We'll see you next week, God willing, same time. It's bye for now.
adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run àti ṣètò tèmi àbí gbọ́gbọ́n kan sí ó ti dùn ṣẹ́gbọ́n tá a wí ẹ bá sì lè ṣe déédéé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún sọ ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ ẹ bá lè ṣe déédéé ẹ dúró lórí ẹyọ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni títí dọjọ́ mẹ́jọ ire àtàánú Elédùmarè á wà pẹ̀lú wa o.